Hi, I'm here to do, a rant. I'm kind of taking a break on an animation right now, 'cause I just don't really feel like animating. I'll probably do it sometime this week, but not right now. So you'll be hearing some rants instead. Um, so this is going to be about bad villains. Bad villains and the best villains. And I judge villains either by what they do is interesting, or how well developed they are, and if they have a good reason to be evil. So please be nice and don't troll me or anything. And if I miss a cat or something, just don't say like, "Oh my God, you forgot that cat." Yeah. So let's start off with the best of villains. Maple Shade. She's one of my most favorite characters. She inspired me to create my OC, and she has a sad backstory. I mean, she had a forbidden love, and her clan kicked her out because of that. And when she tries to take her kicks to the river, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know if the leader kicked them out or she stole them from the nursery. We won't know until next year. But she tried to take her kicks to the what was it, River Clan, I think, to Apple Dusk, and they drowned. It was really sad. And then when she goes to River Clan, he sees her and he like blames her for everything. And the River Clan kicks her out, and now like she can't have a home, and she's turned into a rogue. And Apple Dusk had a new mate, and she starts hitting on him. And I felt bad for her, because she doesn't deserve that, and she even said all she tried to do was to love. She has a really She has a really darn good reason to be evil. And I just really love how she turned evil. It makes sense. She's been betrayed by the cat she loved. And she's like, I don't know. I think she makes a really great villain. And now she like makes Apple Dusk's kin to like feel the same pain she did, I think. Am I right? I think so, I hope I am. But anyway, Maple Shade is one of the best villains. What she does is interesting, and even freaking Tiger Star fears her, and that's pretty cool. I just really like Maple Shade for who she is and why she became evil. And it adds up to why she became evil. She's not like freaking Ashfur. But yeah, I don't like Ashfur. He will be in the bad villains. But anyway, moving on. Breeze Pelt. I don't like Breeze Pelt, but he makes an interesting villain. I actually began to dislike Breeze Pelt in The Winged Silence. That book is awesome, by the way. I will make a rant about Tiger Claw's Fury, Leaf Pool's Wish, and The Winged Silence. The Winged Silence will have to be one of my favorite ebooks. Despite my hatred for Deadwing, I actually began to like her in that book. But anyway, moving on. For Breeze Pelt, his father never paid attention. I hate Crowfeather. People say he's misunderstood, but I don't know how he is. He made bad decisions, but I don't know. He treated Leafpool like dirt. I know he needs to stay loyal to his clan, but I don't like Crowfeather. I mean, Crowfeather never paid attention to Breeze Pelt. He praised Leafpool's kicks instead when they were on the journey to the tribe. Sorry about the noise in the background. When they were on the journey to the tribe, when Breeze Pelt was expecting his praise. I mean, there were times when it was necessary to scold at Breeze Pelt, but most of the times they were not necessary. He wouldn't even let Breeze Pelt say goodbye to his friends when they were on the way to the journey, and that's pretty messed up. Like Heatherpaw was the only cat who was ever nice to him. Everybody else didn't like Breeze Pelt. I mean, I know he's a jerk, but Breeze Pelt doesn't deserve it. Breeze Pelt doesn't deserve, I don't know. He doesn't deserve to get scolded all the time like Crowfeather. I don't like Crowfeather because of this. I don't like Breeze Pelt or Crowfeather or Nightcloud, but I feel bad for Breeze Pelt because, I don't know. He just makes a great villain. And then the Dark Forest used his, and then Nightcloud encouraged him to hate Crowfeather. She's not innocent either. I don't like her either. She's a jerk. And then the Dark Forest Warriors manipulated him to turn on to the clans. I think they did? I don't know if they manipulated him. They used his hatred for his father and then turned on him, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know why Breeze Pelt turned on the clans, but I think he was one of the only cats who actually knew what was going on in Dark Forest. That's just my opinion though. But anyway, yeah, Breeze Pelt's a good developed villain. He has good reasons to be evil. His parents are messed up. They're bad parents. I don't care if Crowfeather said he cared about he cared about Crowbrother. I don't care if he cared about Breezebelt or Nightcloud. That's not enough. He should love his son, not just care about him. But he scolded Breezebelt all the time, and it's Breezebelt's choice he went to the Dark Forest, but Breezebelt doesn't deserve to be scolded all the time, okay? You should praise your children every once in a while. At least. Just at least every once in a while. Don't always scold them, because then they're gonna hate you and turn on to you, or leave you. And then who's guilty? Crowbrother's guilty and Nightcloud is guilty. I don't like either of them. They're bad parents. Anyway, Tiger Star. There will be spoilers for Tiger Claw's Fury. You have been warned. Do not get angry at me if you heard the spoilers. Tiger Star is I love Tiger Star as a villain. He was the only cat who managed to make the clans into one group, and he's a great villain. Like, I loved him in like the original series, and now he just sucks as Dark Forest Wanderer. Because like, can't you just let his spirit rest in peace? Was it necessary to bring him back, Aarons? I don't want him back for the same reason. He needs to let go of his grudge of Firestar. Like, let him lay in peace. Seriously, we don't want to see him again a second time. It's just gonna get boring. I don't know. I didn't like him as a Dark Forest Wanderer, but I liked him when he was alive. And I even heard from one of the Aarons saying, like, if Pine Star hadn't left ThunderClan, Tiger Claw would have been less aggressive, and I thought that was really sad. Pine Star was partly the reason why Tiger Claw became evil, and, what else happened? And then in Tiger Claw's Fury, Mapleshade kept telling, like, Mapleshade actually made him choose the wrong path by telling him all these, like, she was the voice in his head, like, you know, like, in your mind, you talk to yourself or something, like, that's what she was. She was the voice in Tiger Claw's head, telling him to make these decisions, like, saying, like, for example, Tiger Claw lost his battle, and then, like, the voices are like, you're a weak old fool, you should have tried harder. Why start the battle you can't finish? Like, that's kind of what Mapleshade did in his head. And then she, like, appears in the Dark Forest in his dreams, and, excuse me, I'm gonna make a little noise right now. Okay, that was on my computer. Moving on. And then she, goes into his dreams, and she tells him she's been that voice all his entire life. Like, she's partly the other reason why he is evil and why he chose all these bad decisions. And then also in Tiger Claw's Fury, what I think makes him an excellent villain is because he has a heart. He actually cared about, like, there's this, you remember when ThunderClan was being burned by the fire? Tiger Claw actually felt scared that ThunderClan was being burned alive. Like, he felt like even ThunderClan didn't deserve to die in a fire. I thought that was really interesting, that he actually cared about his clan, even though they exiled him. And then he was scared for Bramblekit, and when Fireheart rescued him, he felt relieved, like he cared about his son, and he even cared a little bit about ThunderClan, too. He didn't admit it to Mapleshade, but, like, he made it seem like he wanted to, I don't know, he, like, made it seem to Mapleshade, like, that he wanted himself to kill ThunderClan, but that's not true. Like, he was actually scared for ThunderClan for being burned alive. I thought that was really interesting and unique of him, because most villains that are written in these books really don't give a crap at all about anyone. Anyway, moving on. Scourge, whatever. Don't argue with me about the name. Ring Shadow 1134. Sorry, she's one of my friends, but she teases me about that sometimes. But anyway, Scourge, I think he's an overrated villain, but his backstory is sad. Like, I don't like him that much, but he's like a well-developed villain. His siblings treated him like crap, just because he was tiny, and all he wanted was to play. He's just like another little Breezebelt. Like, he just wanted attention, and his family treated him like crap. And so, like, Ruby here is like, do you know what happens to kids when they're not wanted? And he's like, what? He's like, they get thrown in the river. I'm like, dude, that's cruel. And then he, like, leaves, and then Tiger Star attacks him when he was an apprentice. And then he starts to, like, seek out for revenge. And then he became, like, even more powerful than Tiger Star. He killed Tiger Star because of that. I think Scourge is, like, a really well-developed villain. I really like him. Anyway, moving on. Spoilers for the Blazing Star and the First Battle. And if you don't know what those books are, they are from the Dawn of the Clans series. My favorite series out of the whole Aaron Hunter books. The original series is getting kind of old, but Dawn of the Clowns is like the start of the clowns. But anyway, getting off topic. Clear Sky. He is actually one of my favorite villains. I hated him for a very long time. I hated him until the Blazing Star came out. Clear Sky is what Ashford should have become. And now I'll explain why. At the beginning, I don't remember very much of Clear Sky's past. It's been a while since I read the book, but I think he lost Storm. No, he lost Bright Stream. And then he acted like a little turd for a while, and then he lost Storm. Like the Clear Sky was acting like a jerk in his group and kicking like Frost out, and he was like kicking all these innocent cats out when they were either injured or disloyal. He starved Falling a Feather, and he starved Jackdaw's Cry. Like, he was awful to them. That's what made me hate them. And like, he kept saying like, oh, but Storm, I don't want to see anyone starve. And I'm like, oh, please, you don't want to see anyone starve, but you let Jackdaws Cry and Falling Feathers starve? You're messed up. Like, I didn't believe for crap for that. Like, I didn't believe him in that at all. But then, when the Blazing Star came out, he realized his mistakes, and he became a lot better cat. He sacrificed himself to save his group from freaking One Eye. I think it was One Eye? Was that his name? I don't remember. I think it was One Eye. He's like one of the worst villains, by the way. But, I don't really care that much about him. Tom is a bad guy too, but I don't care about him either. Like, One Eye took over his group, and Clear Sky was, like, awesome in this book. He sacrificed himself not he really sacrificed himself, but he nearly got killed when he tried to save his group to become leader again. Like, One Eye's cats were, like, torturing Clear Sky, and, Grey Wing had to help him because he cared about his, brother. I just thought, like, it just shows how much Clear Sky really did care about his cats. And Petal's death was so sad. I really liked Petal. But yeah, like, Clear Sky is an amazing, I don't really even think of him as a villain anymore. He still has some of his, like, habits, like kicking cats out when they're injured, but other than that, he really realized realize he messed up, and it really made him like him a lot. He was an, I'm gonna say a bad word right now, so forgive me. He was an asshole for the first 2 books, okay? But now, like, ever since the Blazing Star came out, he was awesome. And he's actually one of my, I don't love him, but I like him now. I used to hate him a lot. Like, I hated him more than Ashford. Now he's just one of, I really like him a lot. Anyway, okay, so now we're gonna move to the bad villains. Ashford. Don't hate me. I know there's a lot of Ashford fans, and I think, honestly, there's more Ashford lovers than Ashford haters. So don't hate me for, loving Ashford. Respect my opinion, please. Thank you. I think he's a bad villain because he doesn't really have a reason to turn evil. I mean, yeah, sure, his actions were kind of interesting, I guess, but, Squirrelflame was nice to him. She said she cared about him, and she wanted nothing more than being his friend. She said herself that she cared about him. It's somewhere in Sunset, I think on, like, page 62. Feel free to look at that if you want, and it says, like, look, Ashford, I really care about you as a friend, but I don't want any more than that, or something like that. This is actually from a memory, because I've been ranting about Ashford a lot in the forums. But anyway, and Ashford here is like, but I love you, like, don't you love me? Like, I lost my mother, so you should feel bad for me, and, like, he's trying to pity her to making her be his mate, and that's just wrong. He's trying to make her feel bad so she could stay together with him. And then, he tried to kill Firestar, said so in Long Shadows, like, the whole fire scene happened. Like, the Ultimate Guide says he never meant to kill Firestar, but in Long Shadows, it's been proven in the book that he tried to kill Firestar just because Squirrelflight didn't want to sleep with him. Really? Like I said, Squirrelflight told him herself that she cared about him. Ashford ignored her. Squirrelflight never ignored him. Yeah, she broke his heart, but not in the cruel way that most people would think she did. Ashford broke her heart. Did he lose his life? I don't remember if Firestar lost a life. I think Firestar lost a life in the fox trap because of Ashford. And Ashford tried to kill Hollyleaf, Jayfeather, and Lionblaze to make sure that she would feel the same pain he did when she rejected him. She didn't even reject him, and they were never even mates. Ashford, like, If you're an Ashford fan, you just put that in your head, or you just assume that they were mates. Just because there's close friends in the clans does not mean they are mates. Ashford became a huge drama queen. He pouted. I can't stand Ashford. I don't like him. If I were to forgive Clear Sky or Ashford, I would forgive Clear Sky for his actions and not forgive Ashford. And why is he a Star Clan? He doesn't deserve Star Clan. He deserves to run the Dark Forest and fade away. Like, he never loved Squirrelfly. Yellowfang, really? I love you, but he didn't love her. He tried to hurt her family just because she rejected him. It wasn't even rejection. They would have remained as friends if Ashford hadn't acted like a total drama queen. Okay, I hate Ashford, like, out of all villains. He's the worst villain. Number 1 out of all. Okay, Hawkfrost. I don't like Hawkfrost because he's a Tiger Star clone. He's badly developed, and I don't like him. He should have learned from his father's mistakes. Even Mothman was like, dude, you're stupid. Don't follow our father's steps. Like, you're just gonna end up the same way he did. And he's like, I'll learn from my dad's mistakes, and I want to see my dad. And then Mothman's all like, you're dumb. I'm out of here. Screw you. I'm going to my own good path. And I'm like, you go, Mothman. You're awesome. Like, I love Mothman. She's a well-developed character. No, not that developed, but she's interesting. She's unique, and she doesn't believe in Star Clan. And okay, I'm off track. But Mothwing is smart. My point is, Mothwing is smart. Hawkfrost is not. He should have listened to his sister. He should have chosen her path instead. He should have chosen the good path instead of the Dark Forest thing. But no, he followed his father's footsteps, and Brambleclaw actually killed him to save Firestar from being murdered by a fox trap. Was Firestar high on catnip or something? Like, if foxes have to, like, put their necks in the ring or something, and how did Firestar get into that trap? Was he, like, curious, and he slipped his neck in there? Or was he high on catnip? I don't know. Firestar's stupid, though. But anyway, yeah, Hawkrush is a bad guy. He's just a bad villain. I don't like him. He's basically a Tiger Star clone. Anyway, Darkstripe. He's a bad villain, too, in my opinion. He follows Tiger Star's orders. Like, is he in love with Tiger Star or something? Can someone answer me that? Is he in love? I don't like Tiger Stripe. He follows him like a puppy dog, which is creepy, and Tiger Star doesn't even like him. And I don't know. I ship Tiger Star and Darkstripe. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, I don't like Darkstripe. He's just a poorly developed villain. He only hates Firestar because he's a kitty pet. Do you have any other reason to hate Firestar? Or are you just following Tiger Star because you love him? I don't know. You act like you love him because you're really clingy and always around him. Every single Dark Forest scene we read. Anyway, moving on. Soul is a bad villain too. Like, I don't know. I'm neutral on Soul, but he's bordered to dislike. The reason why he became bad. Spoilers for the SkyClan mangas. I don't remember what they're called. I think they're like SkyClan and the Stranger or something. So spoilers for that. Soul is just a bad villain. What he does is interesting. He talks into cats doing his dirty work. What he does is really interesting. I like him for what he does, but I don't like the reason why he became a bad guy. Leaf Star, he noticed that Soul was not, really the right cat to become a warrior because he was getting everything wrong. I don't remember what happened, but I think he was just, not getting anything right. But then something he did impressed her, and she was like, you might make a good warrior after all. And he's like, really? This is my assessment. And she's like, not right now, you have to wait. And he's like, and then that's what triggered him to become a bad guy. All he said was you have to wait. It takes time. If Soul had waited, instead of acting like a baby, then he would have become a warrior. But no, he threw a hissy fit, he yelled at Leafstar, he put her kicks in danger, because he wanted to prove himself as a warrior faster than waiting like any other regular apprentice. And she kicked him out because of that. Soul deserved to get kicked out. He made a bad choice there. He made a really bad choice when he put her kids in danger. I don't know. I don't like Soul. The reason why I became a villain is stupid. He pouted like a baby. He literally pouted like he was stomping his foot like a child when they don't want to eat the broccoli. And I don't know. It was just stupid. I don't like Soul, but I like his actions for what he does. Anyway, I think that's it. Sorry for the long rant, but just don't expect many animations for like 2 weeks or so. But I will do rants. Anyway, bye.